everyone, we are going to GT Motorcycles in Plymouth, the home of Ducati, Yamaha and Kawasaki down in the south. Let's hit it.
When I'm blue, I think of you in your eyes, how they look at mine, so kinda like that. You slow down time and everything's just fine.
How much? So this is the Ducati Scrambler 1100, but this is some sort of special edition in yellow. Think of this as, yeah, a lot of kind of 80s graphics going on, but it is quite beautiful. It's a shame it's not in red. You do get these massive Brembos as well, so you've got a lot of stopping power. And think of this as like a classic Super Naked from Ducati. No wind protection, so you're going to get a lot of buffeting on this motorcycle. You're going to get tired if you do quite a few miles, on this Ducati. It is an 1100cc air-cooled Super Naked engine. Think of the Evo 1100, but the modern take on it. And the exhaust system, well, it's just beautiful. You do have a slipper clutch as standard, and this one is very lucky because this one has the Termagurmi exhaust system, which is worth thousands of pounds. It looks like there's no cat, so you've got a full system. And let's have a look. Are there any baffles? I'd say no. It's got a nice looking rear swing arm and a Brembo rear brake. Lovely looking back end. LED indicators, LED headlight. This one does have a belt system, so you've got to be wary of that and make sure you do change the belts on these. If you don't and the belts snap, then either the valve or the exhaust intake or exhaust valve are going to smash into one of the cylinders, and you're about to destroy your engine or have a massive repair bill. But yeah, very cool. The Ducati Hypermotard 698, but this is the RVE edition. You do notice it's as if it's slightly lower than the standard Hypermotard, and you do get a different colour scheme on the wheels. So you got this really interesting red and black. You do get those massive Brembos as well, so you got a lot of stopping power. And if you look, the frame looks different as well. The frame is not the same on the RVE edition, which is quite interesting. So you do get, instead of that big single cylinder, you get a L-twin. It does mean you still have to you will have to change belts on these. If you don't, the belts could snap and destroy the engine. But pretty easy to service, because look, you got oil filter there, you got your oil filler cap there. Nice, the single size swing arm, that looks pretty cool. Looks expensive, and nice as well. The exhaust system is nicely tucked away and it's pretty elegant. It's quite Italian. It's got this matte paint finish, but the graphics look really interesting because you don't often see motorcycles with these type of graphics. And you do get the red seat as well. It does look like you do get LED rear lights, LED indicators, so that's pretty good. RVE, rear shock looks fantastic. It looks as if you possibly do get a quick shifter. Maybe, yeah. And that's your oil cooler down there. I think this is air cooled, and controls are upgraded. You do get a TFT instead of that LCD unit, and a mode button. But the rest of the controls are pretty simple. This is is an interesting one. This is the Ducati V4 Multistrada, but it's the Pikes Peaks version. Notice the difference? Single-sided swing arm. And those are definitely the Manchinini alloy wheels. So ultra lightweight, forged alloy wheels, which is great. The exhaust is nicely tucked away. Being the V4 engine, it means no belt changes. So that saves you on, massively saves you on servicing. You don't have to spend out for a belt change, which is really useful. You do also get very powerful Brembo front brakes. You also get the upgraded Öhlins high performance suspension. I love the gold coating on them as well. It looks really good. This version has also a bit of matte carbon in all the right places. And this is Ducati red, or Ducati should be red. That's Ducati's colour, and it looks really nice. This is a Super Tourer by Ducati, so you've got a huge amount of wind protection. You notice you sit low in the seat as well. So you've also have a massive windscreen, so this is going to deflect all the air away from you. You'll be able to do a monumental amount of miles on this very comfortably. Big TFT as well. That's a huge display. It's going to give you a lot of information. Starter, you've absolutely got loads of different modes to choose from the electronic suspension, cruise control, indicators, different modes to choose from. It's just absolutely epic, and even the wiring loom is nicely tucked away. Paint finish is nice and smooth. Do you have these surface scratches in the sunlight? But I guess that just can't be helped. And look at that. Very cool. So this is the first floor. Look at these Aquaprovics. Yeah, imagine the cost on them. Notice that that's got no removable baffle. The Shimura does though. Oh, it's got a removable baffle. Yeah. Aquaprovic. Absolute works of art, these. Wow. This is an awesome, really nice sport tourer by Kawasaki, the 1100 SX Ninja. You get the massive upgraded Brembo front calipers. This is the SE version. And you get these lovely Showa front forks. They're very good, very competent forks. And you also get the LED indicators, LED headlight, LED rear lights as well, and just a work of art. That sculpture looks like an angel. Really pretty. This is one of the best sport tourers in the world. It really is. Being the SE version as well, it gets a different colour scheme. So it gets the green with the lovely striping here, and the green, look at that, the green stands out and it sparkles in the sunlight. The green looks absolutely fantastic. On the SE model, you also get the Öhlins rear shock, really nice. Slipper clutch is standard, so if you need to, you can just dump the clutch, which is really good. It's only about 133 horsepower, so not, yeah, this is very fast. This is a very fast sport tourer, really quick. And thanks to those aerodynamic panels, you got a lot of wind protection, which is really good. A lot of wind protection. You get a really nice, comfortable seat. You can do quite a lot of miles on. And you also get cruise control as standard, which is incredibly helpful. But on the SE version, you also get the heated grips, which is definitely a must in Britain. It's an absolute must. You also get the TFT as well, which is pretty good. And you do get the adjustable screen. So awesome sport tourer. So what you're looking at is Kawasaki Superbike. This is the ZX-10R. It is sensational. It's a work of art. It's a sculpture from every angle. It is a stunning, super beautiful superbike. You also get the massive Brembos up front. You get the gas chamber designed by Scher, and this is incredibly advanced actually. So very amazing superbike suspension. This is the 2025 color scheme by Kawasaki, and it stands out. Yeah, absolute superbike, especially got these lovely graphics down there, and you've got the yellow. It is so interesting to look at. just over 200 horsepower, inline 4, race engine, superbike. Even the headers are titanium, which is from the factory, which is brilliant. You get the integrated LED indicators, slipper clutch, so you can dump the clutch when you need to on downshifts, superbike. Frighteningly fast. You get the Brembo master cylinder and the seat cover, which is a must on a superbike. No pillion's going to hold on to you. How frighteningly fast these are. And you do get the Aquaprevic end can, but notice no removable baffle. Oh man. And yeah, race handlebars. You get the electronically controlled Öhlins steering dampener, and you get a shift light built into the TFT. TFT, I'd say, has a pretty good size. Oh yeah, look at that. Rev counter is all that matters. And you get cruise control on the superbike. Excellent.
Mike and I were both on keyboard.
Yeah, this is the Kawasaki Z900 naked bike, but this is the SE version. So what you get is the massively upgraded front Brembo calipers, so you got a lot of stopping power, and the colour scheme is very different on the SE. So you get this beautiful green wheels by Kawasaki. You also get the green frame, which looks phenomenal. That looks really pretty. And you also get the gold forks. So they look really good as well, and the colour is just a lot better. It's a 900cc inline 4. You do have a slipper clutch as standard, so if you need to, you can dump the clutch during downshifts, and you do get LED lights, everything. But this is just a naked bike, so you will get a lot of buffeting on this. If buffeting is a problem for you, look away. You need to be looking at a motorcycle with fairings. And yeah, the colour scheme is just phenomenal. Love also the design here on the seat with the SE version. Kawasaki emblem, that looks really good. Very agile. This is a very agile naked bike. You've got about 120 to 130 horsepower standard. But a full system and a fuel map will certainly fix that. And it's just nice. You even get cruise control on a naked bike, which is incredibly useful. You do get this gorgeous TFT by Kawasaki. That's a really nice size. You can get quite a bit of information from that. And you got your main beam, your dip beam, and the redesigned fuel cap by Kawasaki for this generation. And phenomenal midweight naked bike. This is the Tenia 700, but this is the cheaper version. This is the cheaper version of the Tenia. You do get gold wheels. I like that. I think Yamaha didn't copy the same design here because you're kind of copying Honda. So that's probably what happened there. You do get the LED headlights, you do get the LED indicators, and it is tall. It is a tall off-road bike. So you only be able to get 1 foot down on the Tenia 700. It does get that really reliable CP2 engine, which is fuel injected, computer controlled, quite smooth for a parallel twin. And you do get gold wheels at the back, so that looks pretty phenomenal. And being off-road, you also get this textile seat here, which has this like grippiness to it to try and keep you on your seat when you need to move around on it because it's so tall. Yeah, controls are pretty basic, really. You get a TFT, a standard, which is really good. That's really nice. At Yamaha, you get a menu button as well. Handlebars are quite straight, so they're very comfortable. And you get the aerodynamic panels. And you get the tall screen, so you can do a lot of distance on this and be very comfortable. And you also get the hand guards here as well to protect you. It's a good looking off-road bike, and you certainly do notice it on the road. And you also get the ability to mount panniers thanks to this. Yeah, it's just an interesting off-road bike. So this is the Yamaha Tracer 9 GT. Think of this as a very comfortable adventure tourer by Yamaha. Very good bikes. You do get monoblocks as well, so you got really good brakes there. They're quite powerful. You do also get the gold forks. The gold forks look fantastic. This is in the red color scheme, and yeah, it's a good looking touring adventure bike by Yamaha. Just can't knock it. CP3 engine, so triple 120 horsepower standard. These are quite fast. These are quite fast on the road. Thanks to being a touring bike, it also means you get a lot of wind protection. So you've got the aerodynamic panels, and you also get the massive screen as well, which is going to deflect a lot of wind out of you. So if you want to do a lot of miles, or you're doing a lot of miles, this is a very comfortable bike for doing it in. Wheels look good. You can fit panniers as well. You can fit a top box, which is why you have this design here. Nice stitching on the seat. Do you notice that? Nice stitching on the seat. Nice tank protector as well. On the Tracer 9, you get this dual screen setup. TFT, going to give you quite a bit of information. Very different. You get cruise control as standard, which is a must on the tourer, and you do get the electronic suspension. So these are KYB forks. They're very good forks. They're very high performance forks, so they have a really good reputation. And you get the hand guards as standard, which is different. You get LED lights, everything. Very reliable engine, the CP3, and a really good adventure touring bike by Yamaha. This is the Honda Monkey 125, and the differences are just styling. So tyres look a bit more kind of off-roady. You still get the Nissan calipers, you do get the gold forks, and the colour scheme is beautiful. You get a yellow frame, you get a lot of chrome here, you get a chrome on the side of the exhaust, and you get a nice looking fuel tank. The engine is less than 125 cc's, but it's fuel injected and computer controlled, so it is pretty reliable, which is great. This is a bike to get you into motorcycling is what this is. So what this does for you is it makes fuel cheap, tax cheap, insurance cheap, parts cheap, to help you get into a bigger bike. And you get these really interesting yellow forks. You also get the chrome rear fender. That's like LED lights to me. Nice that Honda have stitched their brand onto the seat, so they are proud of what they've made here. And you do get a TFT. Controls are pretty basic, you know, dip beam, main beam indicators, and these are ultra lightweight. These are easy motorcycles to move around, really agile bikes, and cheap to run. So yeah, very different. Very different.
I was ocean swimming with just wishful thinking of my life.
Thanks for watching. It was really cool just to be able to see all these motorcycles of every type, of every class, from super bikes, super sports, super tourers, cruisers, super cruisers, naked bikes, super nakeds. A motorcycle for everybody. and you can get a coffee, you can get food before you head home or go on your ride. They're pretty good. Thanks for watching.
Until I found a lighthouse in your heart, shining like a